Hi Libra, this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. It's general, of course. Cannot, will not resonate for everyone. Just take what resonates, leave the rest. Please hit like, thumbs up, share, subscribe if you're not subscribed. And let's just go ahead and dive right in. Interesting combo. This is just pre-shuffle. We're about to lay out a spread, but we've got Six of Materials to Six of Pentacles. That's abundance, having enough to give. It's giving, 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 right? But with this Five of Emotions, it may be overgiving, like you're drained, like you're spent. I've given too much, something like that. So there's a strong contrast here. So it looks like, feels like we're going to get a super strong reading, but we will find out. How are you guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Libra. Okay, so your energy, Knight of Voices. Knight of Swords. Coming in fast, furious, anxious. No, not anxious. I don't know. It's weird because why is it anxious? Maybe indecisive, but this is typically this card means charging forward. I feel like this might indicate a need to kind of take a step back and look and see how it looks on the try to take a step back and look and see what it looks like from an outside point of view. Okay, so overall energy, we have 10 of Cups. Shall we zoom? So 10 of Cups, that's a lot of love, that's fulfillment, it's blessings, it's beautiful. It's a person on your mind. 3 of Coins, cooperative. They want to cooperate, looks like. Collaborate, come together, a partnership. How they view you. Controlled, patient. The Temperance card, Sagittarius energy, could be patience, balance. How they view the situation, a Tower. This person... Gosh, it's kind of interesting because it's... let me just keep going before I say that. Let's get the bigger picture. 9 of Swords. So 9 of Swords. A lot... It's got a very conflicting energy. A lot was said, but a lot wasn't said too. This is almost like... what it feels like is things that were said to paint a certain picture, but there were things that weren't said that would paint a more accurate picture. Six of Wands, success, victory, recognition. Oh, I'm feeling a little bit of a false narrative here. 5 of Materials, feeling abandoned. Yeah, so something's unseen with this moon card. Somebody is afraid to show their true colors because maybe not feeling good enough. But there is a very twisted, winding road of who... Libra. So this feels like to me is that there's somebody putting on a false... There's a lot of communication. Like I think I said, there's a lot that's been said that paints a certain picture, but there's a lot that isn't said that paints a more clear picture. Now, the Temperance card... You or they, somebody feels like if you knew more about them or the true them, that you wouldn't, it would be a turnoff. Somebody is terribly afraid of being abandoned or not good enough. Yeah, see, there's some deception here. Gosh, Libra, you know, somebody passionate. There's a loving new beginning, though, too. I'm going to go back to what I was saying right here. Six of Materials. So, beautiful ending. Strength card. This is very telling right here. What has transpired in the past looks to be somebody has been talking out of multiple faces. When they're trying to make this point, they come across like this. When they try to make this other point, certainly they morph into a gentle, soft, understanding person. But then when they make this point, they morph into somebody strong and confident and unstoppable. And that is becoming an issue. I feel like I've said this recently with somebody. It's a narrative. There's this, it's like, but it's getting hard to juggle all the different faces. Like somebody has so many faces. So I don't know, who are these people? There's the butterfly, the devil. I feel like a magician here. I feel a magician. These cards together feel like a magician to me. So if you are feeling worn out and exhausted, it's like, how many faces do you have? Somebody's two-faced. Not you, probably the other person. Somebody's two-faced, and it's hard to keep up with which show or narrative you're supposed to follow or believe. And if you are being confused, if you are feeling confused, that is why. Wow. Okay. Somebody else has a very angelic personality, vibration, spirit, and that person does not want to see the negative in someone else. But there's truth, clarity that needs to come through. That's why you feel unsettled. Ace of Voices. There's wisdom. See somebody for their true colors. Libra. See this? It's about seeing something, someone for their true colors. And there's some sort of, something is trying to break through to you to cut through the you know what. So you see things more wisely. Interesting, these two. You're trying to see things clearly. Does look like it's there. It just looks like it's being confused by, what's that word people use when they try to confuse things? Word salad, or like when people talk so fast that you can't keep track. And I'm not saying it's exactly like this, but like somebody talks too fast, or they just keep going and there's no pause. You can't keep track of what they said prior. And then if they try to intrude, you try to interrupt or interject. They'll say, "Oh, just a minute," or "I'll get back to that." But I'm sorry to say, I feel lovers. I feel like somebody's playing with someone's emotions purposely, and maybe not purposely, totally, but somewhat. Their intentions may not be bad, but they're not being real. Someone is not being real with you about why they want the relationship or why they don't. I feel like somebody is pursuing yeah, a lot of passion. I just think it's going to come to it. People can't, you got to protect yourself. People can't put up a false mask for too long before it starts getting confusing, and then they get more desperate. I feel like there's desperation here to not lose someone, or to confuse. Four of Pentacles is afraid of letting go or afraid of being without. Could be somebody holding on for finances. Yeah. Also, there's an element of not wanting to let go. Be careful if, however this applies to you, there is an element of not being able to let go because of all the work that's been put in already. And it's almost like it would be admitting failure or admitting that it wasn't ever real. It doesn't mean what you felt wasn't real. You know, things not working out or being temporarily postponed doesn't mean it's not real. But there is an ending to having to work so hard. Maybe that is to understand what doesn't make sense. If it doesn't make sense and it doesn't flow, then there's usually a reason. Truth. Ethics. King of Cups. I'm going to see. Give me another more on the outcome. Okay, that's interesting because that's what I put back. So I think there needs to be a decision to have a, kind of a better grip on your emotions, and maybe that means, or your person, and maybe that means, getting very clear about options. Somebody is also trying to eliminate options, like cancel out, that's not a good idea, that's not a good idea, so that only what they see in their narrative is clear, is the only one that looks viable or valuable. Eight of Inspiration, forward motion, charging ahead, complicated, Libra, Justice. These are things, there's something that feels unsettled within you, and it's because it is. It's because there is more that needs to be seen, or there's almost like kind of feels like a shocking truth, but it's like you're getting hints, and you're getting hints about it, or a gut feeling. Looks like we're going to see things clearly. We have the, just Hierophant. We have clarity and information all over this. So it is going to become clear. But you're going to have to let go of believing somebody's just their words. It's going to be about actions. We're going to speak louder than words. And sound like a broken record, but sometimes writing it down is what helps clarify things for thinker. Let me read that. Thinker. 166. You guys, please let me know in the comments. I'm so curious. Strategy, being analytical and logical. The ability to reason and strategize is the focus. Take things at face value and follow the logical path. That's what's happening. I think that's what's happening. Take things at face value and follow the logical path. Your calculations will prove to be correct, for in this moment there is no deeper meaning than what is obvious. Things are exactly as they seem, which, that's a loaded statement, because things are exactly what they seem, which I believe is that this is not being presented to you accurately, and that things are purposely confusing for a reason. Keep it simple and you will win the game of life you're playing. So it says in relationships, it says love is not logical, but when you choose a partner, it's good to have things in common other than desire. This is a time to weigh the pros and the cons of your partnership. If there is enough common ground, go for it. If not, there are other fish in the sea, so don't force it to work. And should others tell you who they are, take them at their word. Now is not the time to indulge in a fantasy, no matter what in this case. The facts are the facts. So this is somebody trying to create an illusion, and that's why it's confusing. So words versus which reality, okay? It's strength. It's going to take strength, but you're seeing things clearly for what they are. All right, you guys, let me know how that resonated. I'm very curious. This is super clear to me. Hopefully it was clear to you. I love you guys. Bye, Libra.